Let's explore PHP APIs with a focus on API documentation. We'll learn how to document our APIs using OpenAPI and Swagger. API documentation is a comprehensive guide that explains how to use and integrate with an application programming interface. It typically includes details about endpoints, parameters, expected responses, and practical examples to help developers understand and use the API effectively. OpenAPI is an industry standard specification for describing representational state transfer, or REST APIs. Swagger is a set of open-source tools that implement the OpenAPI specification, allowing for designing, building, documenting, and consuming REST APIs. Here's a basic structure of an OpenAPI document. The OpenAPI field specifies the version of the OpenAPI specification being used, in this case, version 3.0.0. The info section contains metadata about the API, such as the title, which is my PHP API, and the version, which is 1.0.0. The server's array lists the base URLs for the API. Here it is, https://api.example.com/v1 single quote. The path section defines the API endpoints. In this example, the /users path has a get operation, which has a brief summary of get all users. There are multiple ways to document our PHP endpoints. On the left, you can see an example using annotations. Specifically, the OA_get annotation describes a get endpoint for /users, including a summary and a response definition. On the right, the equivalent in YAML format defines the get operation under the /users path with a summary and specifies that a successful response with code 200 will return JSON data with a schema of array type. Defining request and response schemas, let's look at an example. Under the Components section, Schemas defines reusable schema definitions. The schema named user is of object type and has properties like ID of integer type, name of string type, and email also of string type. These schemas can be referenced in the request or response definitions of API endpoints. To integrate Swagger UI, first require the Zercote Swagger PHP package. The command for this is composer require Zercote/Swagger PHP. Then, generate your documentation by scanning your API directory. Finally, output the documentation to YAML format. Some benefits of using Swagger UI include interactive API testing, auto-generated documentation, code examples, and easy integration. It's important to focus on both documentation and maintenance. For documentation, always use clear descriptions, complete examples, and include error responses and authentication details. For maintenance, keep your documentation updated, use version control, automate the generation of documentation, and conduct regular reviews. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.